Good evening, guys. It's 6 p.m. Today is 6:11 p.m. April 24th. I'm recording Sunday, and actually I'm recording a video for Friday, 4/22nd. Okay. So if I use word today, that means it's Friday. Okay. And if I use word yesterday, you have to assume it's Thursday. Okay. So yesterday, which is Thursday, we had a strong down day again, second day in a row. Right, NQ folks made a decision right from the sand line from chart, right? So I was wrong on that day, on that other day. Prove me wrong about fake down move from 420 for one day, and this is about, I'm talking about bias. You can read through it, So yes, sellers will have to keep it below 44.10, 12 or 29 today, conservatively, right? So and aggressively below 87 and 76. Okay. So if price is staying below this, right, aggressively sellers are strong. Aggressive means they are strong, right? Conservative means they are not super strong, they are just defending. So of the open, you can see there was a move right from this 76 basically. Price went 2 points above, but it started from here, strong down move, right? At that point, sellers are aggressive, they are all over, and you should only stick with shorts from that point onwards. It is that simple. So as long as price is below this levels, you will favor sellers. See, ideally you want to see sellers breaking below 64, 65, correct? Hold it below, right, and hold it below, and then go towards 43.25. After it goes below 43.64, you want to see sellers hold it below that area entire day, at least for today, that is Friday, right? And which price did pretty much. That means sellers are now more aggressive, super aggressive now, So now they become super aggressive. So the key in the morning was holding this, coming down from here. I don't even have to look at the chart, and you don't have to even look at the chart. The notes are there, pretty much simple, And if it breaks below, right, then this is the target, right? And then once it breaks below it, all you want to make sure is it stays below this, and if it does, there you go, you can have more shorts. NQ, same thing as ES, conservatives are 850, 894, 825, aggressive are 770, 786. Look at the beauty of these levels, right? This was the morning high area, and this was also morning high area. Both aggressive parties, ES and NQ, they held it, and both generated the down move. See, that was the sign that you should short, right? Anyway, we are favoring sellers. And then go towards 450, 475, right? So this could be your end target. And then once it is below it, ideally it has to stay below this entire day, or preferably below this. See, Russell, I didn't look into it, but I'm sure these two guys broke down, so Russell might have gone somewhere into this area. We'll check later on, but you guys can check anyway. Dow, I'm not going to read it. Gold and crude, no trading. And look at this powerful number, dream number, 726 and 760. 760 basically was the high of the day, right? 770. So I shorted right here at dream number. So, and the bias was neutral bearish, right? So let's go here. This is your 760 number, dream number. See this blue line, dotted line, and this was another dream number, right? So of the open, you can see it. The first dream number, price open right at the first dream number. See, dream numbers are very powerful, it works both ways. So here you can see it, right? So of the open we are watching. So you can see here it went straight into another dream number, right? Which is close to this area. And these two red lines, see, I put the red line today. See, different color, red line. And red line here also. And there is a blue line, right? There is a pink line, there is a blue line. Now based on the color of the lines, it's very easy to see, even though if price goes higher, there are sellers here, sellers here, sellers here, sellers here. Because by this time you should already know the color, the power of color lines in NQ, right? Especially the blue lines, pink lines, red lines, dotted lines, right? So now so the moment it went there, right, I immediately shorted it at the dream number, right? And then here or I would say there was a short here, right? And then here ES 76, which is this, you know, this area, right? So it went here to yesterday's low basically, right? But you should understand that it may go there, right? Because it's yesterday's low. So if you short here, your stop should be here, right, above the gap fill area, because technically it can fill the gap and come down, right? So if you do not want to miss 76, because it was a bold area. See, I did not put a bold area here at 87, right? I put a bold area ahead of it. So only choice you had is real time, either fade here, short here with the stop above that 87, right? And actually 87 was also, I covered it here. See, my mistake, it was also bold here, right? So you have a choice, short it here, which was close to yesterday's low, right? And also if it is taken, let's say if you stopped out, you also short here also, you know, because it's a gap fill area. And yesterday we had a good amount of selling going on, right? And especially NQ is running into these R's. So either one of the R matching up with these R's, you should short. You know? And then when, let's say, price goes higher and higher and higher and higher, then you give up shorting, you know, and then you wait to see what's going on, you know. But anyway, this was the short, right? So Friday usually I do only one trade, right? So typically this was the trade, and even though I recommend everyone, you know, in my Discord or all the members, that Friday take it lightly, you know, just do point to point trading, you know, and one trade and you're done. You know, you don't have to trade anymore on Friday. One trade is good enough, because Fridays usually are choppy days, you know, usually. So yeah, this was a trend down day kind, but usually it's a choppy days, and you will give back more compared to getting it more, you know. So these are one of the days, you know, like on Friday you will see down move, but ideally one trade should be good enough, you know, because let's say if there was no down day and price, let's say, chopped around here like this and then went higher, let's say here, right, after this time onwards, instead of going down, it went here, it went there, and then you try to short and then it again goes higher, let's say here, and then it come down, right? So you will lose a lot, and then you do not want to go into weekend losing, you know, because then it will ruin your weekend also, right, and probably Monday also. So that's why usually one profitable trade and you're out. So this was a good opportunity to take profit, you know. Same time with ES 43, 45, bold support, just straight down there into bold support, you're out, you know, simple. So, and then let's say then you are trading it, right? So now you know, at least by looking at this, the target should be 43.25. That is the ideal target, and NQ target would be 460, you know, 450, 475, this area pretty much, you know, this pink sign line, right? So but then you have to wait and you have to hold your trade, you know, till all the way until it gets here, right? And you know, considering last 2 days down move, you may see, and considering Friday price may do back and forth like this, right? So you need a stomach to hold your trade, right? So that's why I'm saying take a profit here rather than waiting here, right? And I was there during intraday, correct, on Friday, during between my gardening and back and forth. So what I said in Discord is 34 and 25 are the two good targets for Friday, right? So here you can take profit, but then I also said 34 and 25 are good target. NQ 578 and 475, which was line was here, a good target, right? So this was 475 target, this was a 578 target, right? So you can wait for this targets and bail out if you do not take a profit here. Same thing here, see that arrow? Then you should be done. But let's say some people are greedy, they do not want to get done, right? They want to trade, fine. So then if it goes down further below 34, see here, I also put it in Discord, 34 and 25, right? Final targets. So 34 you can see there was a reaction, right? But then here you can see immediately came down, sliced through 34, right? Then again it went back up, correct? So this time it just fooled everyone that it wants to go higher, and it was a good size bar actually, you know. So but you are not doing anything, right? Then it came down right here, right? So price had opportunities. See, this 34 was important. Those are the one of the final targets, right? So here it did a failed breakdown of 34, right? And then it popped back up. So the moment it failed breakdown here, the moment it went down here like this, right? People shorted it more aggressively here, which they should not done it. You see, which they should not do it, because you have to know contextually these are the targets as per whatever I said in the pre-market notes or in Discord, right? So here you can see price slice through it, right? So it's just stopped out all of these guys aggressively, correct? And then it pulled back. So at this point in time, when it pulled back here, all those people who got stopped out, they went long right here, assuming it's a failed breakdown. And anyway, longs are not allowed, right? As I said in the pre-market, favor shorts. So now those guys are trapped right here with this bar. So this bar was a good short. That means the moment you see this was a good short right here. At the same time, NQ was right here. Was it right there? 1016? Yes, this one. Breakdown short. Both of them together, because now NQ is going below 578. Breakdown, ES is breaking down, after trapping the buyers here, right? Now most likely it will go to 25, right? So which is this area, 25, right? So after this breakdown went into 25. See here it was bounced because of this 25 final target, right? Sorry, I didn't cover it. I thought this is 25. So here it bounced because of the 25, but it trapped all those sellers, and already that 34 and 25 could be the max target. That is what I gave you in Discord, and in pre-market note also 25, right? So here you should not short it. Let other shorts, right? Once they get trapped, once they got trapped, stopped out, right? You want to observe what it does for the Friday typically. Does it do chop here, go higher, all these things, or it breaks down? If it breaks down, you should short it. So the moment it breaks down below here, right? It basically here in this price action, it just trapped those buyers. Ideally, it should not come down here again and do double bottom and then go higher. So because by the time NQ was ready to go down here, you can see it. And internals at 1135. Let's see here, right? Look at this AD. It was here trending down. Look at the momentum, right? So that's why. So once it gets down, right, then you don't care about this bold support at that point. Why? Because it already balanced ahead of it right here, right? So it will slice through this and most likely come here, next level, right? Which is it came here. See that? It tried to hold it, finally break down, again came back up, turned into resistance, and then came down, went into another area, came back up. Here again it fooled all the sellers, So those who shorted here one time, you should not be shorting it here again. Second test, right? When prices already went that much down, you should not be aggressively shorting it here. And that's why you can see those guys are trapped here. Immediately stopped out, right? And then slight pop away, slight come down here. See here you can see there are buyers also, right? And the moment they price slice through them, here you can short. But I would suggest you don't trade, Friday end of the day, or at least after 11 or 12. So those are the trades, right? And internals I don't have to discuss, because they were already down here, right? It was a trend down day like situation anyway. And here NQ, this was a good trade, and then there was no trade here because there was no level, right? But you can, if you want to make a case, you have to line up with ES this trade like that, and then you can short. But I would suggest NQ you don't short in the middle, because usually it just goes down here and then come back up right to this point and short. So if price would have come up here, then you can short. In the middle it's a garbage. Then this was a 450 475 target, right? Now this area is important to observe if you want to trade later on, because you can use this area if price goes below to use as a resistance. And you can see it here, it held it, right? And look at these lines are so closed, right? So you do not want to mess up here. You want to let price goes, to see what it does. So it went here, went down here, went down here, went down here, and then again bounce, right? And then here you can try to short right here. But your stop, you can't just put it like 1 point above, right, or 10 point above, because you can see these are the sellers, right? So they can use this area, this area, this area as a short. It may come back up here also, right? So ideally your stop should be about this area, and then you can take a short here, and then you can use the levels, this line to take a profit, and then here there is no long here, but you can see buyers defended this line and finally it came down to this area. See that, this line, and then it came down. So that's it, that's pretty much it. So now for next week, stick with shorts, and I'm going to give you certain levels in the closing remark, that below those levels stick with shorts, right? Aggressive and conservative levels, and then you can just trade on Monday. And that'll be all for today.